Breaking news from mortgages to financial education, the financial literacy mission, a journey of purpose. When I look at my journey, I picked up this book and I BS you not, and just opened the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, billionaire in regards to financial education. When I opened the book, it went to right to chapter 2, why teach financial literacy? Then I just scrolled down and God took my eyes to this. So when people ask Robert where to start getting rich, he gives them the same answer his rich dad gave him. If you want to be rich, you need to be financially literate. Those words on page 115 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad are the ones that stood out. And the crazy thing is, Unika Gaines and Adriane Mays had a mastermind about the game, the cash flow game, how to get out of the rat race. But Unika was like, Adriane, we can't sell something of someone else's. We have to create our own. We have been doing this digital marketing journey for 3 years. We have wanted to, you create your own with ownership. And so we took a step back, came up with the idea for AI chatbots or what have you. And then AI agent mode came out on Friday. And the crazy thing about that is so I looked at what agent mode was and literally how everything that we talked about with creating a chatbot, they have AI, open AI. They've taken the game to the next level with the agent mode. So I reached out, sent her to that, and she was like, wow. But then, okay, so on Sunday, I celebrated 20 months of sobriety, which was amazing. And I'm a part of a great community that everybody knows that I'm in, which is called Passion Over Profits. And so on Sunday, Fion reached out to me. It was like, Adriane, I need you to do something for me, a presentation. When are you going to be available? And I was like, I'll be available. She joined Passion Over Profits, joined February 4th. And what Passion Over Profits is a coaching community where maximizing your online earnings will master resale. And it gives you opportunity to learn how to market yourself online with online courses. And so we met in one of the trainings. She joined in February. I've known Daniel since 2022. And I came back on board with Daniel, Chou, and Nathan Bokkers, in March 2025. Unika was doing taxes and we were sitting down talking about, just the direction of the business, of life, or what have you. And we honestly said that, working hard, we want to work smarter. And leveraging this AI game and understanding how AI can help. So Fion reached out to me on Sunday. Like I said, July 20th, 2025, 20 months sobriety. And she said, Adriane, can you do this presentation with me Tuesday? I said, you know what? Okay. I didn't have own your money power, build wealth, start below. And so I had no idea that God was going to take me on the trip that he has for today. So the whole game, I'm gonna have to text Daniel after this and let him know that the whole game has changed. We're no longer, the thing with mortgages, I tried last year to complement our business again with mortgages, seeing the importance and the whole layout. But I tried to get with Loan Factory and, with virtually, because TNT Win over there is doing an amazing job. The CEO talked to him, had a one-on-one with him in regards to the building of his brand. Got licensed in 6 states, like maybe in 3-4 days. But long story short, because of my poor decision, September 30th, 2023, getting my third OWI, drinking and driving, I was unable to get my mortgage license. So I had to shift. And because of, you can't have a felony in your background in order to do mortgages. I've already licensed with my life insurance, thank God. I've had my life insurance license and I'm active. And I know that I'm active, but my passion and my love for life insurance, if I can be honest with you, went away. I used to do really well with life insurance before becoming an insurance broker with the other company I was with, where I was captive, and I learned about insurance. But COVID is what broke me with life insurance. Because building wealth, and there's many billionaires that are in life insurance. And, like I said, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you have to learn how money works. They don't teach you this in schools. And so when I realized that, okay, he created a whole game. I even purchased this game for my birthday. So turning 45, wanting to help people learn about the game. I was been trying to put it all together because this teaches about investments. It teaches about taxes. It teaches about mortgages. It teaches about insurance. It teaches about travel. It teaches all the things that the billionaires do to get out of the rat race. And during tax season this year, actually being able to pay attention directly, read this book twice before tax season, Tax-Free Wealth, being prepared for the tax season with the tax extraordinaire. But I didn't know God was going to take me to this journey to where we are today. So I'm telling this story because, again, I got to reach out to Daniel after I get off with this live, because the whole game has changed once again. The whole game is now going to be financial education. And I'm going to specialize not in mortgages, because I can't write mortgages, Adriane. They won't let me get my license, let it go. But I have my insurance license. And so now Chad has a buddy, Lububu. I don't know how to say his name right, but but you see how he has financial education. It's literally, I don't know how to say his name right. We're going to figure it out before I can say ever again. But that's Chad's new buddy. And what the whole transformative process is just my entrepreneurial background. You know, I remember when I'm on this online digital marketing journey, I have Gaines Family Services. I'm working with Unica Gaines, the tax extraordinaire. I have an insurance brokerage working with Being the Change LLC. I have a Smile Don't Blink photo booth. I have Being the Change, turning from a mortgage company to an AI digital real estate marketing company, building the AI cash story brand, telling your story. But when I stepped back from insurance, because how COVID worked, and realizing that the insurance game is not about what I thought it was about, you know, maybe I'll just be honest and say I was naive. And when people are passing away and you need long-term care, you need all these different things I specialized in, but they couldn't qualify for them, or I couldn't find the right thing in order to help people the way and maximize the opportunities. Now, the opportunities with insurance, long story short, today, meeting with Vanessa Lamb and Fion Tam brought me into this meeting today, Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. And it's so funny, it's my brother's birthday. He's in life insurance, and he specializes in group insurance. And reaching out today as it's his birthday, and I just laugh how it works. And so anyway, with the World Financial Group and World System Builders, the mission, their core focus is financial literacy. Now, it's not the focus like I used to present before, you know, talking about, you know, your life insurance, your annuities, your retirement. It talked about financial education, emergency fund creation, debt management, investment planning, having protection strategies, and having estate planning. They talked about it in regards to having methods to preserve and transfer wealth. This was the discussion that Unica and I had a mastermind about last week, and the importance of how to get this message out there. And at the same time, because your money and the value of your time and the years that we put into this financial services, you know, I've been licensed over 20 years, and realizing that, was it 20 years? And realizing, is it that long? But anyway, but realizing that the whole reason for growth, it's a long time. It's more than 15. I can tell you that. But the whole thing with growth, with COVID, made me step away from it, because the whole personal mission. And I had clients calling, they weren't getting their coverage or their policies paid. The impact, it drowned me just as bad as when the mortgage game drowned me, when I couldn't go back to make a decision and living, you know, either going back to work at one of the best companies in the world or not. It was like all of the things that I planned for, I didn't know what to do until today. So the visual structure of how life works, when things are clarified and concepts are simplified, they don't teach this in schools. They don't teach AI in school, which is going to be a divide between those that know AI and that don't know AI. And there's already a divide in regards to financial education. So today it was a deep alignment with bringing financial literacy to underserved communities. We even talked a little bit, as when I used to work in Toronto, Ontario, with the Chris Bosh Foundation, how we maximized education, but still it wasn't taught in schools. Fion Tam and Vanessa Lamb are in Vancouver, British Columbia, and tonight had a 2-hour meeting meeting their team and the engagement, and the leader there, Van, was so interactive, and he was asking the question on who was ready to help lead. And I raised my hand because the visual structure of what I saw as a financial roadmap and clearly letting people have a way, a solution, that's what this provides. So the main thing is understanding your purpose in your journey. And I understand why God has me on the, not only the opportunity, because what I've learned versus how I used to do things before is that there's an opportunity, but you can't do things for people. I used to pay for life insurance policies for people to help them get started. I used to train my team and make sure that they were getting their numbers. It's either you're going to take action or not. And today, Fion Tam took action when I asked her to do something, and she did it. I did the same thing, showing up for her. And I'm taking action in regards to making sure that the team that we build it does their due diligence. It makes sure that they want to work and that I have a billionaire journey. And this is day 441 of the Billionaire Journey. And when Vanessa extended the invitation, I did my due diligence. I went and did the research. I saw the companies that they were tied with. And then I said, okay, sign me up. I'll see you at 10 p.m. There's not hard work in regards to it, because you're still dealing with the business, but the situation has to be a personal journey. Because I never forget the day that I divorced life insurance. It was deep in the middle of COVID. I was in my loft. I was isolated, and my phone was ringing nonstop. And panicked clients were trying to figure out if their families were protected. And the realization is life insurance isn't just a product, it's protection, it's peace, it's purpose for families facing uncertainty. And I was thinking about my Uncle Floyd, rest in peace, Floyd Johnson. And he was one of the first people that actually supported me in this live digital marketing journey. He passed away last year, and I wasn't able to attend his funeral due to this OWI situation. And, one of the things he always told me is protecting your health and your wealth. But I saw clients heartbroken in regards to not being able to get the coverage that they need, improper structured policies, denied claims, and delayed payouts. And it's made me step back. And my uncle was like, I still think about it. You still need somewhere to live. You still need somewhere to work. And if we're going to continue on a billionaire journey, like my cousin always says, you need people in order to do that. And so in this transformative meeting today provided all of those answers with me, because I saw that redefining my journey, leveraging AI, digital marketing, financial education that I talk about on every live when I do my Tuesday lives, it was pivotal because it reminded me that it was never about the product, it's about the people. It's about protecting what you've worked your entire life to build. The 4 wealth killers, my friends, are final expenses, extended care, retirement income risk, and health expenses. If you don't have these things taken care of, I can speak passionately about it and making sure that people are doing things the right way. But my one thing I can honestly say is just building an action plan, a brand transformation. Because again, with being the change, already being an insurance brokerage, I just don't talk about it. It's already an AI digital real estate marketing firm, and we're building. And so helping people have a virtual legacy team, I was targeting real estate professionals, now supporting entrepreneurs, going to target life insurance representatives and helping people understand and build security, because now I got to update my whole funnel. I have to update my whole process. The great thing is the playbook it can be for any offer. But in regards to my core marketing message, I don't know if Daniel's gonna like all of this, but this has got to happen, because this is what I've built. This has to change, because this is my passion. This is what I know, and this is what I do. So I can't write mortgages, Adriane Mays, but I can write life insurance. I can write investments. I can get my series. So I'm finishing up my web CEs. I have my long-term care license. I can get these things. Focus on what you can do and what you can't do. So the result is my purpose is coming together. My alignment, this is purpose alignment. You don't sell life insurance. You sell what life feels like when it's secure. That's it. After 20 months of sobriety, clarity has finally emerged into my true mission of what I saw the pieces. I've gravitated last year. I was trying to bring all of it together. But when I saw action takers today, when I heard the team be international, being able to target emotional security, peace of mind for families, financial protection, safeguarding assets and income, and then generational impact, creating lasting legacies. That's what I've been talking about. It's literally what Unika Gaines and Adriane Mays were trying to build. So day 441 of the Billionaire Journey, the legacy ignites. The transformation begins. The immediate action, I have to change, make some changes. And so is it going to be fun? No. But if I'm doing the message in regards to targeting people in the DMs, if I'm talking about building this new foundation of financial education, because the billionaire says it right there in chapter 2, in order to actually have wealth, you have to understand financial education. So we can't skip steps. The legacy letter is life insurance. The love letter, you leave your family when you're gone. So I'm going to help leave a love letter to families. That's got just a little bit of work, a little switch up, because you got to understand how taxes work. You got to understand how money works. And now the way that you bring it together is going to be Adriane Mays focusing on people that are doing financial education, that don't have a supportive team. If you need to do something virtually, and being action takers, that's it. Because I'm already an action taker, and having people like in past, I have to thank Daniel Chou and Nathan Bokkers. Because if they did not create the community where it's allowed me to learn AI, if it introduced me to a Jonathan Montoya that connects every week in our AI trainings on Thursdays with millionaires, listening to how we can build our brand and that's all it's about, building your brand. So my real estate professionals, of course, you're always welcome, but I got to focus my efforts on my life insurance people, because now, breaking news, from mortgages to financial education, I'm all in life insurance, not one company. I'm in all in to Adriane Mays and the World Financial Group and what I'm building with the World System Builders. So I just wanted to let you guys know, because it was a great meeting. I just got off, and I got to text Daniel. So we worked so hard on the real estate and getting the whole message and finally getting it down, but everything is going to shift, because this is what it's supposed to be. God said that was the design. I'm just being a part of the mission, and I'm so glad that he chose me. I don't mind doing the work. I have things to do in order to get this done, and then I'm going to be in the DMs. So just in the message, hit 441. Just DM me 441 if you're actually just excited about this whole change that Adriane is going to be, because I'm going to. It's like and it was so funny because and I'll be honest, because this past week we went to training. Daniel gave us our week 3 assignment, and it was supposed to reach out in the DMs to all these different mortgage companies. I had everything set up. If you check out my page, how you can be successful and make money in regards to building your brand, because that's what it's about. It doesn't matter what your niche is. But now that I'm changing my niche, I didn't reach out to Keller Williams yet. I just love how God works. I didn't reach out to Century 21. I didn't reach out to the companies I already had on my list. I had all my people organized, because now I got to do a reboot. So I'm down, because you know what? The billionaire plan is coming together in due time. But now I got pieces. I got a team. And AI, I'm like in the blue water ocean, because a lot of people don't specialize in it, in where I am. So Chad got an upgrade. He's now meeting, I'm going to say it one more time just because it sounds funny, Lububu. And Lububu and Chad are going to be friends. And I'll tell you more soon. Financial literacy is what we're going to do and specialize in. And I text Nika tonight, like, you're going to have to get your life insurance license, my friend, because we're building a billionaire brand. I will, I shall be victorious. What up, though? Detroit, Michigan, to Vancouver, British Columbia. Great training today, Van. And I appreciate you, Vanessa, and I appreciate you, Fion, because I would not be here if it was not for you and you being active. So thank you for being supportive of me, and I am going to be supportive of you. Let's go. Deuces.